Willkommen, bienvenue. Welcome once again to another live stream.
Where's the reggae?
What?
Where's the reggae?
Yes, I'm sorry. I just. You're quite right.
Thank you. Because the intro music. The intro music then is highly strung. It's us.
I do like it. I'm just going to start again now. Look, now we've done. All right.
There's plenty.
In round again.
We should point out that that we use Streamyard for these shows. I say we use it. You, Gareth, you use it, and you're a bit of a master of this little tool, aren't you, for broadcasting?
I do, except when I forget to take the loop back off, and it goes all the way back around again. I don't say I'm the master at it. I've become very used to it. I've recently become aware of another tool called Restream, which also appears to be very good as well. But I am so used to using StreamYard, and I've worked out all the weirdnesses out of it that I think I'm sticking with that for the moment. There are other tools available. I enjoy it.
So if people want to start their own podcasts and stuff like that, you'd be a good person to speak to about. Am I right?
Well, there are two ways. Before we get into what we're talking about today, by the way, which I think is a really cool topic. As David pointed out to me, we've never actually talked about it, which is called "Where's the Proposal?" And I don't know whether you say that in the tone of voice, like with your hand out, saying "Where's the proposal?" or is it "Oh, have I lost it? Where's the proposal?" One or the other. But before we get to that, yes, I either sit behind the scene as an executive producer / engineer, flying things in and out, listening in, and as I'm giving cues, responding and putting things in there. Apologies for the explosions. I managed to chuck my water straight down the wrong hole. Happens to the best of us. And the other way is that I'm actually I'm an active participant, like I am here in Modern Sales Meltdown with David Chernick. And the whole point is that people tend to learn vicariously through me, because I'm usually the one asking the questions, and then whoever it is, like yourself, is going to supply the answer. And then when I go, "Oh, that's how you do it," people are learning through that. But the interaction is what I look for. I think the days of a single person sitting in the screen telling you what to do, it tends to bore the pants off people. So interaction is a better way to go. That's yeah. So if you want to get a hold of me, just look for 3 words: Gareth Wax Inspiration on Google, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. But back to today's topic, which of course is about
send me a proposal.
Send me a damn proposal. Did you mean that from the point of view of I've lost the proposal, I can't remember what I've done with it, the dog ate my homework? Or
no, this is not where is my proposal. This is send me a proposal.
Send me a proposal. Okay.
This is, you've had a chat with somebody and they've said at some point, "Ooh, send me a proposal." And, if depending on how long you have been doing sales and how long in the tooth you are, will depend on your emotional reaction to hearing those words. Because, when you start off in sales and somebody says to you, "Send me a proposal," it can provoke feelings of excitement and anticipation.
I remember back in the day, and this is showing my age, I would have my sales manager go, "So why isn't the fax ringing? Why can't I hear the bells on the fax ringing? Why isn't there a proposal already on my lap? You said that they're sending you a proposal. You're sending them a proposal. Why isn't it done already?" That sort of thing.
Yeah.
I am showing my age. Sorry.
You are showing your age. You're a great age. So it sounds on the face of it quite exciting, and it can be exciting. If somebody's asking for a proposal, it can mean that they are ready to buy.
Well, it doesn't always mean that, does it?
No. Well, this is the whole point. This is why I raised the topic.
Okay.
And the topics seem to come for us every week based on experiences from during the week with clients. So this week I've had a couple of things. I've been running seminars and masterclasses on objection handling.
Okay.
And that sort of brought me into contact with new people who also are interested in my services. But my existing clients, 2 of them this week, were getting all excited because somebody has asked them for a proposal. And it's a moment to just hang on a sec. Let's take a breath for a minute here. Because being asked for a proposal, I mean, you're being asked to do some work, right? Now, I don't know about you, but I'm at the age now when, you know, I'm really thinking, do I have to? Hey,
Do I have to?
I actually love work. I love working hard. I get real thrill out of delivering outcomes and all of that kind of thing. But when somebody asks me for a proposal, I mean, people don't tend to ask me so much for proposals now because I have a suite of different products that I try and push rather than send proposal. But I did send a proposal last week. The proposal was in the form basically of a email. It was a fairly short email and contained all of the required bits, a confirmation of what is causing them pain, a confirmation of what they had described as being an ideal solution to overcome that pain and achieve their goals.
Right.
How much they were prepared to pay for it, and how much it costs, the payment terms, and a few sort of tick box things that they needed to see in order to make the decision.
So
right?
That's a very short proposal, really.
It is a short proposal. I mean, it's got all of the main ingredients. Yeah. It had some social proofing and all of that kind of stuff. But this is after some long conversations. So I did send a proposal. But, you know, over the years, I've sent big, thick, fat, highly produced proposals. And I'm not saying, by the way, that these are not warranted. But I'm just saying that if you approach the subject, or if you approach the question, send me a proposal, the request, send me a proposal, with an attitude of like, do I have to? Because of the work involved, then actually you could be onto something. And the reason is this. A lot of people are asking for proposals because they cannot say, no, I'm not interested.
Yes, I've had that before.
And I would say that over the years, more people have been asking for proposals because they are afraid or too shy to say, I'm not interested, or I don't get it. You know, they'll just say, send me a proposal, because they feel like it is a gentle come down. Yeah. Now, you know, I don't spend a huge amount of time writing proposals, but that is partly because I got it down to a pattern where I can simplify things and get to the core of the topic. And you should always try and get to the nub of the thing in a proposal anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fluff.
And the ideal is that whatever it is you're providing satisfies what they asked for in the first place. And if the two marry up exactly, then when you're giving the proposal, it's only really reflecting back to them what they asked for when you started.
Yeah, for sure. Fluff in a proposal does not help you.
No.
Yeah, it does not help you. So
I used to have a sales director who got really upset with me when everybody else's proposals were like 30 sheets long with diagrams and pretty pictures, and mine was four pages, and that was it.
Yeah.
And two of them was the front and the back.
If you do have a lot of fluff that your manager or, you know, your little green monster on your shoulder is telling you you've got to send, stick it in the appendix. Just stick it in the appendix. Yeah. But, you know, quite a lot of people are asking for proposals just because they feel like they owe it to you. Yeah, they've invested, they know you've invested in time in a conversation with them, or meetings or presentations, all sorts of different stuff. They feel like they kind of owe it to you. But there is another reason.
Question: how do we tell the difference between?
I'll tell you. I'll get there. But I just want to give one other reason why people ask for a proposal. There are a few, but two of the main ones that are not because they are genuinely interested in buying your services. But another reason why people ask for a proposal is because they know that in that proposal they'll be able to get some free research, some free information. They might be genuinely thinking, of course, I'm sure they are often genuinely thinking about buying those sorts of services, but how much do these things cost? What's involved? What are the different frills and spills that can come with it? What should we be looking out for? And once they've got their first proposal, they might then use that as a right. Now I know what I'm looking for. Right, let's find some other suppliers. Okay, so that doesn't always mean that you don't send them a proposal, but we just got to stop ourselves just a moment, ask ourselves, do I have to do this? Yeah. And yes, you absolutely do have to do it if they are a qualified opportunity. Yeah. And the word, and we talk about qualification a lot, but the word qualify should be giving us a clue as to what this really means. Do they qualify to pass to the next step where you are going to be investing more time and effort in that relationship? Yeah.
And part of that more time and effort was creating the proposal. I'm hearing
it could be sending them a quote, it could be anything, right? But as soon as somebody asks you to do something for them, send me a proposal, send me a flyer, do this for me, call back tomorrow, this is all taking us additional effort. And the way I quite often think about these things is that if you had bought a lead, if your sales is partly your sales activity is partly directed towards phoning people up or messaging people or marketing to a list that you have bought, you might be paying for each lead, each piece of data, a small amount of money per one, 25 cents or something. Yeah, seems to be a bit the going rate for a bit of data. And now, as soon as you find out some information about them that would help you decide whether or not they're worth investing in and whether they could become a client, we're adding value to that lead. Yeah. So, you can confirm the name of the person there and their mobile number. Right. It's now worth £1. You can confirm that, they buy the sorts of services that you sell. Right. It's now a tenner. Yeah. And it carries on growing until they become an actual paying customer, at which point they are the value of the profit that you get from that customer multiplied by how long your customer typically stays with you. But in those early stages, it's a tenner. And what that really means is that if somebody was to offer you a list of people that had properly confirmed names, mobile numbers, and confirmation that they buy the services that you sell, you wouldn't perhaps just want to pay 25 cents for that. You might pay $5 for that or a tenner. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. Now, at a certain point, they will qualify to get a little bit of extra stuff from you.
Right.
Yeah. If we sent a proposal out to every single person on that long list of leads, we'd spend our lives writing proposals. They wouldn't be very targeted, and you wouldn't be winning any business. It'd be just daft. And obviously, that's an extreme example.
I know businesses that still to this day are just churning out proposals one after the other, just churning them out, and it just seems like a lot of aggravation because their return is relatively low.
Yeah. So we don't want to be doing that, especially if we want any form of personalization. And proposals really by that stage is not just a brochure. It should be a personalized document, with their language all over it. So my first sort of test question to myself is, do I have to do this? Yeah. And it prompts me to check the qualification. I want to be checking that if you were to go ahead with this purchase, when would that be? I want to be checking that if you were to go ahead with this, do you have the budget for it? Do you realize how much it costs? How much are you thinking of spending on this stuff? And I want to be confirming that if they went ahead, broadly, what would you be buying? Yeah. In my case, they have a choice of two main families of things. It's either a consultancy assignment or it is coaching. And my coaching is generally delivered through a weekly or twice a month program. Okay. So I need to know those things before I even consider writing a proposal. Yeah. And I want some direction from them as to what's got to go into that proposal. I gave the main ingredients of a proposal, which begin with, a confirmation of your understanding of what's keeping them up at night.
Right.
So of course I need to know the answer to that question. Yeah, I'm not going to be writing a proposal unless I know what's causing them pain, what's getting in their way, right, etc. So I need to have found out from them the entire content of that proposal.
I mean, the way it works for me is very subtly different, but not very much. I closed a deal this morning. It's not for a vast amount of money, but it was.
Hey, Gareth closes deal.
It was for writing a bit of software, using some old skills to help with an existing client's work that we're already doing for them. And so I just, having had the conversation with her, I did the research. I said, this is what I'm proposing to do. And it was just 8 bullet points. This is how much I'm charging. And we agreed the start date for this, for me to start the work to complete this, was Monday. Do I have your assent? And she wrote back and said, yes, absolutely.
Cool.
So I said, on the basis of this, I will start work on Monday, ready to deliver it by end of that week.
Marvelous. So they didn't just, you don't just have to qualify to become a qualified sales opportunity with the 3 main qualification criteria. They need more qualification in order to get the investment of your time into a proposal. Even if it's a short proposal, you need to know what you're going to write in there. Yeah, that comes from them.
I mean, that whole proposal was done on WhatsApp, interestingly, but the whole thing was, we had a conversation, we agreed certain tenets. I followed your rules and regurgitated them back to the exactly as she'd said them, and I put a price against it. She agreed to the price. I put a statement of start date. She agreed to that, and I think as long as you are telling them what they've told you and put the pricing in there at that point, it's people who hang off giving any kind of pricing until the last possible second. You know, that always fills me with apprehension.
Yes. Trepidation. Now, you know, I should point out, just a like little health warning here, that this is not a fail-safe. This is humans dealing with humans, right? So the proposal that I submitted last week, I had confirmed with them the qualification criteria. I obviously qualified them at the start. If you were to go ahead, when would you want to start? 1st of April. Perhaps I should have rung alarm bells. But then in front of them, I went down to meet them on their site. I took one of my buddies with me as well, finance guy. And I confirmed then as well, you know, if you are to go ahead, when would that be? 1st of April, and here's what it would need to be in there. Yeah.
And we'd like
wrote that up
when you deliver it.
And they came back and they said, oh, we're not going to be quite ready by then. We've got this, and sent me a long list of things they want us to do first. It's cool. It's cool. There is a cure for that. Yeah, there's 2 cures for that. In fact, one is objection handling. So follow an objection handling methodology, whichever one it is. I'm running a masterclass on objection handling for 1 hour this Friday and next week's Friday as well, 12:30 to 1:30 GMT. That is one of the things that you can do. And the second thing you can do, and this is really advice that will help in many, many different ways, and that is to fill up your pipeline.
Quite so. Yeah. Quite so.
Sales opportunities in your pipeline makes everything feel better.
And on that note, I want to thank you very much, David, for, as usual, imbuing us with more useful sales knowledge to achieve those sales goals you're looking to. Make sure that you do your objection handling up front, because that will cut a lot of this insecurity about whether or not the act of asking for a proposal is a real one, or because they're trying to bat you away because they can't say the word no. But it's worth digging through. You see, even from that last thing, even great luminaries like David can sometimes find that they thought they wanted a proposal, but when they actually give them a proposal, it turns out they need more time. And it will happen because, as you said, David, it really is all about humans dealing with humans. But until the next time we see each other, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars, and try and look after that mental health. Bye-bye now.
Ciao, ciao.